Hi, this is Jacqueline again with another grow video. I don't know like how there's a lot of videos, okay? There's like around over 30 right now. And I'm sorry, they're like not in order, but you got to kind of watch all of them so you can kind of follow along with what's going on. But here I can go ahead and try to give you a brief synopsis. Um, the Grow movement is a movement to help African American people rise. Um, I'm sorry, white people, but this is not about you. Um, this is about us, really. And if you want to get on board, we need everybody on board that we can get. You can help in this movement because the African American ancestry has crossed many, many, many lives. There ain't too many white people who hasn't been touched in their family by the African Americans because I mean, back in slavery days, they made so many slaves because they just loved the slaves. So that's why there's so many of us. They didn't really. The ships were coming, from Africa. They were coming, until it ended. But in the meantime, while those ships were coming, they were making those, African babies. So there's a lot of us now, and we're steady. We're going to rise as a and when I say as a black and brown people, and as a people as a whole, because I'm actually not trying to seclude the white race, but Miss Miss, let me speak to them for a minute because this is, if you ever looked into the African American community and the blight, and then you go to your community and how beautiful it is and how pretty you got um, the buildings, it's just nice. The community, the streets everywhere, but in our communities, potholes and burn up houses and what once beautiful thriving stores, everything's gone. I can ride through there now, I don't even hardly recognize the place. They tried to build up a few things and stuff, but what it is we're going to continue on this cycle until we get ourselves in order. We're going to continue on this cycle. If you see where drugs, they steady pushing stuff at us, is cocaine in the 80s. Because I back in the 80s, when I was coming out of school, I remember how beautiful it was, but I could see where it was going. I could see where it was headed. I saw that. And then I left and, went away, moved away and stuff, but what I'm trying to do to my white colleagues, I'm trying to build up our community so that our nation as a whole is beautiful, not just in the white area, but in the nation, our nation as a whole, and educate our African American communities that no matter what is pushed into their community, don't take it. Don't take. You don't need no drugs. I don't do drugs. You don't need drugs. I don't do illegal drugs. Anything illegal, and that includes legal, and that's alcohol. No, absolutely not. And I'm gonna tell you something about alcohol. Alcohol, it should be times when I go buy a bottle of alcohol, be so mad. I come home and it be messed up. The bottle just be, it don't taste right. It tastes like rubbing alcohol or something. And then you drink so much, you only gonna get so high. You drink so much, I'm gonna go buy me another bottle. It ain't gonna work. You're just chasing something stupid. So now it's time to get off of that. You've been down, oppressed long enough. So now you're getting ready to rise up. So let me tell you about a warrior. Yesterday, when I was riding with my husband, I looked at him and I admire him so much. He don't know. He don't even know that I'm making these videos. But he knows I'm ministering, but he don't know how. He don't know this is how it is. I told him about the Grow program. He said, that sounds nice, and everything. But I'm going to tell you about him. He is a king. He is a warrior. No matter what he does, and I got to tell you this, not to tell you personal things about my husband, and it's not personal, I'm giving you motivation. That's what I'm trying to do. You men out there who it's some good African American men out there, ladies. Right now, they mind kind of messed up because they oppressed. And then on top of that, they done push the drugs at them. I'm going to tell you something. it's some good ones out there, and there's some ones who need to hear this message, who I can tell, hey, you better than that. Let me tell you what this king did. He was on drugs 20 years ago. Before I met him, he was on drugs. He was at his he was under rock bottom like I was. And he just decided that he done. He said, I'm done. I can't do it no more. He said he made up his mind. Even he never left and went to rehab. He didn't travel, jump on an airplane and go to Timbuktu to go hide in a rehab house and then come back out to the same thing. No, he made up in his mind that he was done with the drugs. Just like I made up my mind, I was done with alcohol, and I was done with lying, and done with getting over. Just because the system is set up for you to get an easy dollar, don't do it, because it's a trap. I'm telling you, it's a setup. If you think that you can lie to the aid office and go find you a job and not tell the aid office that you're working, that's a trap. Don't do it. I'm telling you, it's a setup. I was set up. Anyway. But anyway, back on the warrior. I want to tell you about a king. They overcome their battles in life, ladies. That's what they do. They overcome their battles in life, and then they sit back, and that's when they get their glory. See, because now, he's getting ready. He's still working, but he getting ready to retire, and he got just everything he wants. He's even said it the other day. And he's so happy. And I watch him. All he does is help people. He try to help folks. And see, but then me and my husband was in the church, and the church on the right path, but the church don't quite got it right. See, because you ain't supposed to charge God's people to hear a word. That's where you will never ever be charged to hear me speak, ever. Never. You will never be charged. You never have to come out of your pocket to get motivation to get in your mind to build up your community and build up yourself and build up your children. It shouldn't be a charge for that. I talk. I don't mind talking. I tell you, if it's going to help you, lift you up, if you want to hear it. But if I'm talking to a wall, I'd rather go on and talk to somebody who want to hear it. So that's how I am, And so my husband, when he does stuff, he does it to the best of his ability. He decided that he was going to leave it alone. And I asked him how he did. He said, I left it alone. He said, I laid in the bed for like a week. And then he said, I decided that I'm done. I went and found me a job. And he been doing good ever since, And so you can do the same thing. You can leave them drugs alone and begin to build wealth. Go get you a job. Start saving your money. Start working hard. And see, this is where the perseverance come in. You already to suffer. So here come the perseverance. And then after the perseverance come in the character. After perseverance come in the character, and then that comes out all the hope, the results, everything that you've been looking for, you've been working hard for, you've been suffering for. Because I'm going to tell you something. I done went through so much in my life. I used to ask God, why? Why did I have to go through everything that I went in my life? Because I have cried enough tears that I truly believe that would fill the Mississippi River. I have cried so much and been through so much. And then once I get over something, here comes something else. Here comes something else. You know why? Because I never got this right. I never got Jackie right. Jackie wasn't never right. Jackie trying to pray and fix stuff all around her, but Jackie ain't right. Her mind ain't right. She's still drinking. She's still lying. She's still getting over. My husband is a king, and I'm going to tell you something. These ancestors, they speak to us. I'm going to tell you, it's the truth. They speak to us because my husband knew things about me that only I knew. And so I'm like, how he know? He said and he'll bring it up to me. And so I'm figuring that's the only, and it's spirits in this house. I told you that I hear things, I see things, I feel things, and so, but I had to differentiate the good spirits and the bad spirits. I've been plagued with spirits all my life. I've lived in haunted houses all my life. You can ask any of my family members. I've lived in haunted houses all my life. I was always afraid then. I was always scared, but I'm not really scared now, but I respect that, and I leave it alone. I don't bother that. I don't go off trying to call people, this house is over 100 years old. I'm going to tell you about this house. It's over 100 years old, and when we got ready to move, we rented in here. But when we got ready to move in here, it was a picture. I couldn't see the inside of the house. The lady wouldn't let me see it because I wouldn't took it. But the inside of the house, it's beautiful now, but it's real pretty. But on the outside, it was a picture. And that's all I had to show my husband and my daughter what the house looked like. But that picture, my husband would testify and tell you this. My daughter will too. That picture was a girl, and she had a wrap. It was a African American girl, and she had a head wrap on her head, and she looking dead at the camera. She looked so sad. She had a dress on, like a one of the slave girl dresses, long over dress. She was not dressed like how she would normally dress for this day and age, and she was holding a white baby. And I kept looking at her, and she just looked so sad in the picture. I showed my husband, I showed my daughter. Do you know I can't find that picture now? It don't come up on Google Maps no more. Because even at the time, I thought, that's so strange how they took a picture of that girl standing on the porch. You would think they'd come back at another time when she wasn't there. She wasn't there when they took that picture. But she showed up so I could see her. But she's not there. I even saved the picture in my phone. It's not there. It's gone. So anyway, just to let you know that spirits are there. For those of you who haven't lived in haunted houses, there are some of you who are mediums. I don't speak to spirits in entertainment. Move this or let me see you do. I don't do stuff like that. I go in prayer. This is a serious journey for me. I'm here for a purpose. I'm here to do something. I was hard-headed in the world for a long time, but and it took me a while to get it. God had to put me in a couple quiet places, for me to finally listen, and I got it now. There ain't no going back. There ain't none of that. I don't care what happens. I don't care what happens or who or what. It ain't no going back. I'm on the right path. I'm back on track. And I'm here to motivate you and give you the word as the Spirit leads me, and I just, we got to do better, people. We got to do better. Everybody's sitting around looking to see who going to be a role model for the kids. Everybody looking for the next person to be a role model. Who going to step up? Well, look at you. Look, it's up to us to step up. I have to step up. I have to step up and be that role model for my daughter, even though we get tired, we parents, we get tired, but we have to step up. We have to show positive examples. Whatever you do, they gonna do. My mama used to smoke cigarettes, and she tell me, don't do what I do as I say. Well, I used to take her cigarette butts in the bathroom. So I think that the best thing is for you to quit smoking, because what you're gonna do, you bringing that in your household, and your children gonna do that. So they gonna do it. Regardless, they gonna do as their parents do, because that's all they have to look up to. That's all they have. Yeah, they got grandma and auntie, but you are the main person. You are it right now. You are the legend that they are going to remember. Your child is going to remember you. And what do you want your child to remember you for? What lessons have you taught your child to go in life? What have you aspired your child to be? Have you told your child you're going to be a king one day? You're going to be a queen one day? I see you being president. I tell my grandbaby that all the time. He tell me he going to go and change laws. He going to go do things. And, I have to keep encouraging him every day. I have to encourage him. Yeah, sometimes he get in trouble, but I don't talk down to him. I don't curse my children. Stop cursing at your kids. Words hurt. Don't call your daughter a B. That hurts. Those words hurt. They cut like knives. And once it's out there, you can't take it back. You can apologize all day long, but the look, remember the look on their face. Remember the tears in their eyes when you say that. That those words hurt. That is not even called for to speak to your children in a derogatory manner. Don't do it, please. Don't stop cursing your baby. Stop cursing, because I used to think it was funny and cute if I heard my son say something cute when he was a baby, cursing. But it ain't cute. It ain't funny. It's disrespectful, and it's not living in honor to God. So we need to stop doing that, because we all want to be like-minded, build up our community, and that starts with building ourselves and our children. I have to reiterate that and reiterate that and reiterate that, because I want you to begin. You already been programmed a different way. See, you were programmed a different way into oppression, into an enslaved mentality, a way of thinking. So now we got to deprogram that. Like, that's what I'm doing. I'm deprogramming. So I want to tell you, begin with yourself. Forgive your mama. Forgive your mama. That's your elder. That's your mom. Respect her. All right, I gotta cut it short right now. I love you. Peace. Talk to you soon.